welcome back to another episode of Wiffle Ball Wednesday. Today we have game 2 of the series between the West Coast Fates and the Downtown Destiny. The Downtown Destiny failed to get the win in the first game of the series as they were 0-1, as the West Coast Fates stood dominant throughout the first game with the 1-0 lead in the series. And today the two starting pitchers would be Jose Espy. He has 2.1 innings pitched, a 9 earned runs, 4 hits, 9 walks, and 3 Ks. During the Park series, that's where he shines. And then the other person on the other team that's pitching is Jake Relas, and this is his Wiffle Ball Wednesday pitching debut. And today is his debut. The last game was his first game debut. It's interesting to see that we have finally a new arm in this league, and I'm ready to see what these people could do. I'm ready to see what Jake Relas could do out there on the mound. Okay, for the Downtown Destiny, Jacob Powell leads off in left field. Brett Beals comes in second at right field, and Jake Relas hits third at pitcher. So, 3-0 count to JP, and he walks on 4 straight pitches. SB cannot make any locations. Next, we got Brett Beals, 3-0 count, and that is a walk. So, SB calls out early, and that will bring in Padilla to come in to pitch, comes into relief after just 2 batters. Let's see if Anthony Padilla could pick up where he left off. That'll bring Jake 1-0 count. That is a high pitch, but he ropes one to the left side, and that is a double for Jake Relas. That was a high and inside pitch, but Jake totally pulls that ball to the right spot. No one was there, and he gets himself a 2-bagger, and that is a 1-0 lead in the top of the first for the away team. Look at Jake. Comes around that ball. Look at that ball. Admires it. Next we got Jacob, 3-2 count. And he strikes out swinging on the low pitch. Let's see the replay here in a moment. AP has some dirty stuff. See, it drops down on him, and JP uppercuts with that swing. Cannot make contact with it. Next we got Beals with a 2-2 count. And he strikes out swinging with a ball that goes outside, and AP is able to get out of the inning with 0 earned runs. The only run that came in was from SB's walk, and AP's able to clean up this mess somehow. For the West Coast Fates, we have Anthony Padilla leading off, Julian Lopez in right field, and Jose Espy at pitcher. Let's see what Padilla could do against Jake Relas here. 3-0 count, and that is a walk on 4 pitches. AP gets his base at first, and that will bring up Julian with the 0-2 count. Knuckleball in the dirt, and that is a strikeout for Jake Relas, his first of the year. Let's look at the sequence here. Beautiful sequence. Julian cannot make any contact with any of those pitches. Next we got Jose, 3-1 count, and that is a walk, and that will be runners at first and second. That brings up Padilla with 3-1 count, and he walks. The pitch goes outside. Jake still seems to be calm and happy out there. Next we got Julian, 3-0 count. And that is a walk. That is a slash. He tried to bunt right there. And that will bring in 1 run. Coming in to relieve is Brett Beals. Brett Beals has been completely electric out there on the bump. I'm excited to see if he's able to shut down the other team like he typically always does this season. And SB is going to be the first batter to face him. SB comes in with a 3-2 count. Ball is way outside, and that will bring a run in, and that is an RBI for SB. And then that would be a 2-1 lead now. Padilla, 0-0 count. Lines one on the right side, but Jake Relas is able to come up with that ball. That was a pretty hard hit ball by AP, but Jake is able to come up with that one. The ball rises a little bit like a riser, and Brett Beals gets out of the inning. Top of the second, Jake 2-1 count. Grounds onto the left side, and that is a ground out. Julian gets the ball before he could touch first base. Padilla retires the first batter. Next is Jacob, 1-2 count. Strikes out looking. That is a beautiful pitch by AP. It goes away from Jacob. Let's look at the replay. Runs away from Jacob. Jacob cannot put the bat on the ball. Doesn't even swing on that one. Next we got Julian, and then Julian grounds out to Jacob Pongpichawat, and that will bring SB. SB faces a 3-2 count, and SB strikes out looking. That is a beautifully placed pitch by Brett Beals that is just outside of the strike zone. Hits it right on the outside, right on that pole. AP to Brett, and that is a 3-1 walk. Jake, 3-1 count, and that is a walk for Jake. Look at him squatting down right there. Then we got Jacob from Bichawa, 2-1 count. Hits one on the hands a little bit, but Julian comes up with it before he can reach first base, and that is a ground out. Then we got Brett with 3-2 count. Makes contact up the middle, but Julian makes an error, and Brett will be safe at first base. The game would have ended right there, but Julian could not come up with the ball. Let's look at the replay. Up the middle, Julian makes an error, ball gets away, and there seems to be a little bit of contact right there with Jacob and Julian, but I don't think there's any interference on the play. Some discussion time right here. See if Jake could do anything. 1-0 count. Hits one up the middle to AP, and AP comes up with it, and that will be the end of the game. AP and his team managed to get through this game with the dub. The West Coast Fates win the game 2-1, and they out hit Downtown Destiny by 1 hit, 2-1. And some noticeable players here that stood out is Jake and Beals. Jake with 1 inning pitch, 1 K, and Brett Beals with 1.1 inning pitch and 1 K, but able to defeat the blue team here today. So thank you guys for watching this other episode of Wiffle Ball Wednesday. Stay tuned for more. There you go, Brett.